Did you see what else was going on in D.C. today?
What do you got?
I was blown away by this. I've been watching this because I knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a hearing on UFOs.
This started back in 2023, didn't it? These hearings that are going on now, don't they date back to last year?
Well, yeah, they've been going on now because we've had...
I guess every few years we have to dig into UFOs, and we always have to call them something new, too. What are they now?
They're UAPs.
Yeah, unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Or, yes, there's two UAPs. The unidentified anomalous phenomena, or you've got the unidentified aerial phenomena. And then you've got me who just hears phenomena, and I can't seem to get past the Muppet Show in my head.
That was
phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.
That was phenomena, Chris, not phenomena.
You say potato, I say mutato.
I say Mark Kelly.
Indeed. So off we go with our UFO hearing. And what did we learn at our big congressional UFO hearing?
Today?
Today.
A bunch of acronyms I'd never heard of.
Including
the USAP, AARO, AATIP were three of my favorites.
Wow.
Do you want to know what those stand for?
Yes, please.
So AARO, or ARROW as I'll call it, is the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. The USAP is the Unacknowledged Special Access Program, also known as Immaculate Constellation. I thought that was something that happened on the football field one time. And then also AATIP, which is Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program.
So this is all militarily related, right? Because the military loves their acronyms.
I have never heard of any of these before until today.
They love those acronyms. Up and down on the acronyms. All right, here is, let's see, News Nation was talking about the hearing today.
You must appreciate
what is
people
this?
watching this,
here we go.
hearing you talking about aliens, recovered craft.
I think this is a retired Ministry of Defense official from the UK, Nick Pope,
You can tell he's smart because he's foreign.
Roy.
You must appreciate.
He sounds like my GPS.
You must appreciate people watching this, hearing you talking about aliens, recovered craft, recovered bodies. It sounds crazy.
Well, I mean, that's a good word for it.
You must appreciate.
Oh, hold on. Keep going.
Right. Did he go back to...
Yeah. He's just repeating himself.
Okay.
Well, as I've said before, I'm not saying it doesn't sound crazy. What I'm saying is it's real.
The American public has a right to know the new nature of reality we know, and that the Defense Department and the intelligence community has realized and has evidence of. That's not fair to the American public.
It's up to journalists like you and me and these brave whistleblowers to and the public to demand that Congress act and do its job.
Do your job, Congress.
Tell us everything.
What is Congress's job to tell us everything?
No, isn't their job to pass legislation?
Yeah, but it should be legislation and there should be transparency, right? But aren't there some things that should remain classified?
Of course, there's papers that are put out all the time that are all blacked out. We don't know the first thing.
No, there's all kinds of classified. We know because they were in Trump's bathroom. There's plenty of classified documents that are out there. And there's a reason that they classify those, oftentimes for national security. Mm-hmm. But what falls under the heading of national security?
Whatever they want to put under that heading.
Okay, what legitimately falls under that heading? Does that mean that there is an imminent threat to from a foreign adversary?
That could.
Does it mean that we have intelligence that that gives us an advantage over an adversary?
That could.
Does it mean that national security is something that could potentially undermine the stability of our society?
That could as well. Yes, all of those things.
Okay, so what if you have information that you believe will destabilize the markets, for instance?
That could fall under national security.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially if you're talking about them plummeting. If you're talking about them rising, as we've seen over the last week or two, that's okay. But if you're talking about plummeting and costing people their lives.
Here's what I know about the markets, for instance. And we know, listen, okay, it's going to sound cynical, but Congress often acts in the best interest of people with money. Okay?
Yes.
People in the stock market have some money. And I'm not talking about schlubs like me who have a 401k. I'm talking about the whales in the stock market. They've got money. Okay, so Congress is going to make sure that they're not destabilized because they don't want to see American businesses suffer, that sort of thing. If all of a sudden we get information that there are aliens hovering over Earth, what would that do to the stability of the market? To the stability of us at home? I mean, I've seen a lot of movies.
I think best case, you would have a portion of the public freak out and worry that their lives were coming to an end if they knew that aliens were hovering overhead. Best case.
Okay, but if that's the case, let's say I'm one of those people. All right, what do I do? Like, I'm convinced there's aliens over my head. They're about to attack. I saw Independence Day. Am I going to grab a crop duster and try to fly up the UFO's butthole?
No, you're probably going to get that $200 bin that you bought from Costco a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And bunker down for as long as you can.
I'm hunkering down as best I can for a long time, right? And I'm going to get as much money as I can.
A lot of freeze-dried food.
And I'm probably going to convert that money into resources. Resources are gold. You're right.
Freeze-dried food.
That's probably what I'm going to do.
And gold.
Yeah, it's exactly what I'm going to do. In any case, I'm cashing out my 401k as quick as I can. Because I'm worried, if I genuinely believe that the end is coming or that we're about to be under attack.
You're going to cash out your 401k.
If I believe that we're under attack from aliens, yes, I am.
What are you going to do with that money?
I'm going to convert it to, I'm going to try to, if I can cash it out, I'm buying the freeze-dried food and probably gold.
Okay.
Right? That's what I'm doing. Right? I'm going into survival mode is my point. Survival mode does not mean I'm investing in NVIDIA for their AI development or their video cards. Right? I'm getting back to basics. Trying to figure out what do I need to survive, and I need as much money as I can now, and I need to convert that money to something I think is going to have value down the road. If I genuinely believe that. But if enough people genuinely believe that, and all of a sudden everybody starts pulling their money out of American businesses, we got a meltdown. I mean, isn't it in Congress' best interest? This is just one example. Isn't it in their best interest to not say anything?
It's certainly in their best interest to not have a meltdown.
It would be bad for their approval ratings too.
You think so?
I do. You'd have some people that would be very happy that they were forthright,
being told the truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if all of a sudden we have people, I mean, War of the Worlds, and people are freaking out and they think, my goodness, and they start, jumping out of windows and things. That's not good for approval ratings. I think it would be a huge mistake, not only from the politicians, but I think from the stability of America. If there were any revelation of alien or, let's say, even ethereal life, because we were having a conversation during rehearsal and Pablo kind of made me check my white privilege. And he said, hang on, homie. Not all things that are unexplained have to be aliens. There could be a whole lot of other stuff. And it was a very interesting take.
Thanks for watching The Chris and Joe Show. Click to see more from Chris and Joe and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.